Today we're going to be learning about. Um, I have a multimeter here. We'll go ahead and that's the off position. Anytime we're done with it, we should turn it into the off position. Okay, let's go ahead and begin with a series circuit. We've got a series circuit here. We've got a battery in series with a resistor. This is a 1 ohm resistor with a plus or minus 1% tolerance. And this also is a 1 ohm resistor. Okay. So right now, this isn't connected back to here. In order for this current, this circuit to flow, we would need to connect like that. And now we've got a flow. This is showing a electron, not conventional, but electron flow. So it's going out of the negative into the positive. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and remove that wire. And I'm going to put the meter in place of that wire. Okay, so this is my more negative side, so I'm going to take my common here. I'm going to connect it there. And I'm going to connect the amperage here, amperage probe, to the positive side, because this is the more positive side of the battery. I'm going to go ahead and turn the meter on to the 10 amp. And you can see that we're flowing 0.746 amps, just like we were before. The meter is acting as if it was that wire that was connected between here. A few things we never want to do with these. First off is we never want to do a direct short. Now this is going to show short, but what would actually happen is we could flow enough amperage to blow this fuse. The other thing here, let's go ahead and look at this. Now this resistor is no longer in the circuit because I'm connected here, and you can see that I'm pulling 1.486 amps. I'm going to go ahead and change this resistance value. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go to a negative 1. Now I'm flowing 14.92 amps. Now this meter is fused to 10 amps, which means that in real life, this would actually blow the fuse inside of this this meter. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and change that back to 1 amp or 1 ohm. Whoops, going to the wrong place. Try that again. Change this multiplier back. Okay, good. Now I'm going to go ahead and remove these probes. I'm going to draw a wire from here to here. So now I've got a complete circuit. It's a series circuit, but I want to measure voltage drops across these. Okay. So again, I'm going to use my common, and I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to plug my common in right here for my first one, and I'm going to plug in my voltage, ohm, and conductivity, and I'm going to go right across that resistor. Notice I've got the positive side there. Oh, I'm reading 2 amps because now what's happening is I've taken this resistor out of the circuit. So I need to switch this over to volts. So our whole circuit is 1.5, so I can go on the 2 volt reading here. And you can see that the voltage drop across this resistor is 0.75 volts. Now if I move this over here to the other side, we would expect that to be 1.5 volts because this part of the circuit drops everything from the power supply, from our battery, right? In other words, I'm basically connected just like this, because the only thing I've got in between those is wires. So there I'm going to get the same reading. Okay, so I can, by moving this, I can connect and read that voltage drop. Now what if I do something like this, and now I'm going to have a negative voltage drop? That's simply because my negative lead is closer to the positive side of the battery, and my positive lead is closer to the negative side of the battery. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and click here, and I'm going to delete that wire. I'm going to add myself another battery. I'm going to pop those right together so they're connected, and I'm going to draw another wire here. Okay, so now our voltage drop across this resistor is 1.5 volts basically. Let's go ahead and bring this over here and see what our voltage drop is. 1.5 volts. All right. And what's our voltage drop across the entire circuit? Oh, overload. That's because it's higher than 2 volts. So now I've got to go to the next volt up, and that's 3 volts now. Now here's kind of a cool thing. I can actually do the exact same thing for my batteries here. So if I connect there, I have a voltage. This is a gain, but I have a voltage drop across this battery of 1.5 volts. And again, if I go to the other side, I should have 3 volts. If you have any questions about this, please come and talk to me.